Headphones on for best experience in today's video. We will explore. Tiye was the great royal wife of Amenhotep II. Peace in the long history of Egypt's dynasties, one woman's influence stretched across kings and generations, Queen Tiye. She was not born of royal blood, yet she rose to become great royal wife of Pharaoh Amenhotep III, mother of the radical Pharaoh Akhenaten, and grandmother of Tutankhamun, the boy king whose tomb would later captivate the world. Through intelligence, resilience, and an indomitable will, Tiye transformed her role from consort into a force that shaped policy, diplomacy, and dynastic survival. The greatness of Egypt's 18th dynasty was not solely the work of its kings, but also of the queen who stood beside them. This is her story, one of inner strength, sharp political vision, and enduring legacy. Tiye's origins and rise. Tiye's roots reveal much about her exceptional journey. Her father, Tiye, came from a prominent family but likely held non-royal, possibly foreign origins, with some scholars suggesting links to Nubia or northern Canaan. Tiye rose to prominence as a powerful courtier and master of the royal horses under Thutmose IV. Her mother, Tiye, came from a noble Egyptian family, with connections to the priesthood of Min and the temple of Amun. Unlike many queens, Tiye was not born into direct royal bloodlines, yet her union with Amenhotep III was groundbreaking. By choosing her as great royal wife, Amenhotep elevated her above other consorts of purer lineage. This bold decision signaled Tiye's intelligence and personal strength. It was not her birth, but her character and capability that earned her position. From this moment onward, Tiye was not merely a queen by title, but a partner in rulership. Her role as great royal wife. Amenhotep III ruled during one of the wealthiest and most stable periods in Egyptian history, and Tiye was at the very center of this golden age. She appeared in monumental statues and temple reliefs as his equal, a visual declaration of her authority. Inscriptions honored her alongside the king, breaking precedent by giving her a public voice in governance. Tiye was also the first queen to have her own name recorded on official acts of state. Temples bore her name. Scarabs were issued celebrating her as consort. She was no hidden figure behind the throne. Instead, she represented continuity, prosperity, and strength, embodying the divine role of queen while exercising real political power. Diplomatic power and foreign relations. Egypt at this time was not an isolated kingdom, but a global power, engaged with Mitanni, Hatti, Babylonia, and beyond. Tiye's name appears in the Amarna letters, diplomatic tablets written in Akkadian between Egypt and foreign rulers. Kings of other empires addressed her directly, seeking her opinion and appealing to her influence. This is evidence of rare stature. For a queen to correspond with foreign rulers meant she was recognized internationally as a sovereign voice, not merely an extension of her husband. Amenhotep III's reign is remembered for its international diplomacy more than war, and Tiye's steady hand in these relations ensured peace and prosperity. Foreign leaders saw her as the true anchor of Egyptian stability, which speaks volumes about her reputation for wisdom and resolve. Her influence on Amenhotep III's golden age. The reign of Amenhotep III is often referred to as the height of Egypt's power and wealth. Vast temple complexes, colossal statues, and architectural marvels were constructed across the land. Trade and tribute flowed into Egypt from across the known world. At the heart of this prosperity was Tiye. While Amenhotep engaged in lavish building projects and divine kingship rituals, Tiye provided the stabilizing political presence. She represented Egypt as the motherly force of Ma'at, order, balance, and justice. Her ability to maintain balance between traditional religious roles and Egypt's growing internationalism was one of her greatest achievements. Guidance over Akhenaten's reign. After Amenhotep III's death, Tiye continued to exert influence during her son, Akhenaten's reign. Akhenaten is known for his radical shift to Aten worship, discarding the traditional gods of Egypt in favor of a singular solar deity. This religious revolution shook the kingdom to its core, threatening the authority of the Amun priesthood and creating divisions among Egypt's elites. In the midst of this upheaval, Tiye remained a voice of continuity. Surviving inscriptions and letters show her residing at Akhenaten, Akhenaten's new capital, where she advised and moderated his rule. Her presence was crucial in lending legitimacy to her son's experiments. Without her authority as Queen Mother, Akhenaten's reforms might have collapsed more swiftly. Tiye's endurance and ability to adapt to changing political and religious climates demonstrates her inner strength. She stood firm across 2 reigns, balancing her son's radical vision with the traditions of Egypt. Tiye's enduring legacy through Tutankhamun. Greatness is measured not only in one's own lifetime, but in what endures. Tiye's legacy extended to her grandson Tutankhamun, the young king who would restore traditional worship after Akhenaten's religious upheaval. Tutankhamun's legitimacy as pharaoh derived in part from his lineage, which ran directly through Tiye. Her bloodline and political connections gave continuity to Egypt's throne even amid turbulence. Tiye's role as matriarch of this line ensured that Egypt did not fracture under the weight of reform and restoration. Discovery of the elder lady. Centuries after her death, Tiye's identity was confirmed by science. In 1898, the tomb of Amenhotep II yielded a mummy known as the Elder Lady. Long debated by scholars, it was not until 2010 that DNA analysis proved this mummy to be Tiye. The discovery was monumental. Here was physical proof of the queen whose wisdom shaped an empire, preserved across millennia. Tiye's remains confirmed her as daughter of Yuya and Thuya, mother of Akhenaten, and grandmother of Tutankhamun. Her body became the ultimate evidence of her lasting role in Egypt's royal story. Conclusion: a message of self-knowledge and legacy. Queen Tiye stands as a figure of undeniable strength and will. She was not born to power, yet she forged her place among Egypt's greatest. She advised kings, corresponded with foreign rulers, and anchored one of the most prosperous eras in Egyptian history. Her influence spanned across Amenhotep III's golden reign, Akhenaten's radical reforms, and Tutankhamun's restoration. Kindly click like, subscribe, and share this channel.